Hey, my dear angling friends, your fishing guru is here, ready to dive deep into the fascinating world of bite forecasts for October 14th, 2025. If you've been wondering whether to dust off your rods or just enjoy a lazy day, stick around, because this day, in the beautiful Australian waters, especially around the New South Wales coast, promises something special. We're talking about a day that could surprise us all with some incredible action, thanks to some sweet weather and rising water temperatures. Get ready to discover exactly where the fish will be hiding and what they'll be hungry for. This isn't just a forecast. It's your personal guide to a fantastic day. Water. First up, let's talk about the mighty Flathead. My friends, October is prime time for these bottom-dwelling ambush predators. With the water warming up, the dusky and blue-spotted Flathead will be actively feeding. Where to find? Look for them in sandy channels along the edges of weed beds and near drop-offs in estuaries and coastal bays. Depths of 2 to 10 meters will be key. They love to lie in wait where baitfish are moving with the tide. Early morning and late afternoon will be your golden hours. What to catch with? For Flathead, I'm reaching for my trusty light to medium spinning gear. Cast soft plastics, especially grub or paddle tail styles in natural colors along those sandy edges. Don't be afraid to use a relatively heavy jig head to ensure your lure hits the bottom and stirs up some sand. A slow retrieve with short hops will be irresistible. If you prefer bait, fresh prawns or pilchard strips fished on a running sinker rig will also do the trick. Next, we've got the ever-popular Bream. These clever feeders are always a challenge and a joy to catch. Where to find? In October, Bream will be patrolling structures. Think around oyster racks, jetties, bridge pylons and rocky shorelines in estuaries and harbours. They're also quite active in shallow flats during rising tides, especially if there's some cover like mangroves or submerged timber. What to catch with? For Bream, finesse is your friend. I'd recommend a light graphite rod with a 2 to 4 kilogram line. Small, unweighted or lightly weighted baits like fresh prawns, nippers, or even a piece of peeled pilchard will work wonders. Let it drift naturally with the current. For lures, tiny, hard-bodied shallow divers or small soft plastics rigged weedless are fantastic for casting into snags where big bream hide. Work them slowly and patiently. And for those who love a bit of a fight, the Yellowtail Kingfish are calling. Where to find? Kingies love structure and current. Look for them around offshore reefs, headlands, and larger harbour markers where there's good tidal flow. They'll also follow baitfish schools, so keep an eye out for bird activity. Water temperatures around 20 degrees Celsius are perfect for them right now. What to catch with? You'll need solid gear for kingfish, my friends. A strong spinning or overhead setup with a minimum of 8 kilogram braid and a 20 kilogram fluorocarbon leader is a must. Live baits like squid, slimy mackerel, or yakkers are absolute kingy candy, fished on a downrigger or drifted with minimal weight. For artificials, big stick baits, poppers, or jigs worked vigorously around structure can incite explosive strikes. Be ready for a serious battle. These fish pull hard. Now let's break down why this October 14th is shaping up to be such a promising day for fishing. Weather. For our friends around the New South Wales coast, particularly in the Sydney region, we're looking at a beautiful day. Air temperatures will be very comfortable, ranging from a morning low of around 11 degrees Celsius, rising to a pleasant 21 degrees Celsius by midday, and settling back to 17 degrees Celsius in the evening. Crucially, we're expecting 0 millimeters of precipitation, meaning clear, sunny skies. The wind, while averaging around 25 kilometers per hour generally in October, is not predicted to be extreme on this specific day, suggesting stable conditions. Atmospheric pressure seems stable, without any sharp drops or rises that often put fish off the bite. This consistent mild weather is exactly what we want for active fish. Water temperature. In coastal waters around Sydney, the average sea temperature for October is sitting nicely at around 18 to 20 degrees Celsius. This is perfect spring fever territory for many species. Rising water temperatures signal increased metabolism, making fish more active and hungry. Baitfish will be abundant, and predatory species will be out hunting. Moon phase. On October 14th, 2025, we are in a waning crescent phase with the moon illuminated between 34 and 47%. While not a new moon itself, which is often considered prime, this phase is just past the last quarter and heading towards the new moon on October 21st. Many seasoned anglers believe the days leading up to a new moon can be excellent, as the reduced moonlight often encourages nocturnal feeders to be more active during daylight hours, or can simply lead to more consistent feeding patterns. This subtle influence, combined with favorable weather, could really boost the bite. General activity. Overall, fish activity in Australia during October is excellent. Spring is in full swing, and many species are transitioning from their winter sluggishness into full feeding mode. Flathead, bream, and kingfish are particularly active during this time, driven by warming waters and abundant bait. Considering all these factors, the stable, pleasant weather, the rising water temperatures, and a favorable moon phase, my friends, I'm giving the bite for October 14th, 2025 a solid, good to excellent rating. We're looking at a day where the fish should be active and willing to strike, especially if you apply the tactics we've just discussed. So there you have it. My angling adventurers. October 14th, 2025 looks like a fantastic day to be out on the water in Australia. Remember, preparation is key, and understanding these conditions will put you miles ahead. I wish you all the very best. Tight lines, and may your nets be heavy. Don't forget to hit that like button if you found this forecast helpful. Subscribe to the channel for more tips and tricks, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on our next adventure. And tell me in the comments below, what are your favorite spring species to target in Australia? And what's your go-to lure or bait? I love hearing your stories. Until next time, stay safe and happy fishing.